Welcome to the garden today, and today is January 22nd. Fixing to have the Arctic blast hit us probably Saturday, so this is Thursday. It's time now to go ahead and start your prep to protect all your different, subtropical plants that can't take down. For us, we're going to get down into the teens, it looks like, upper teens, which is nice because that's a lot better than the lower teens. But some of the problems I have, like this tree here, it's already got some fruit on it. And if we leave it out, probably not going to kill it, but you're going to lose all the fruit. So I'm going to try to get that one in the house. And all of our citrus and almost all this stuff up through here, we need to be able to put in that small garage. Now, is it all going to fit? A lot of it will. But same thing, the loquats would probably be okay, but I'd lose the fruit. So if I want any loquat fruit this year, now I will say, like this right here, these have not bloomed yet. So they might, if that was on a tree that was in the ground, that might actually bloom out after the freeze and go ahead and make the fruits. But I have seen that kind of happen. We had an early Christmas freeze. I thought all the fruit would die. Most of the loquat fruit did die, but there was some on the in-ground fruit that did produce one year. So that does happen. But all this stuff here kind of needs to go inside the garage. We do still got the pineapple that's making. Now, some of these pineapples may not get put in the garage. If I run out of room, I'd really lose a pineapple because I can get another pineapple pretty easy. Some of the smaller ones I can put up on racks, so that won't be a problem. But these big ones, those two I'm probably going to try to keep. I'll keep one or two of the other ones. The other ones are as I have room. So that's going to be a big deal we're going to be doing later today. But right now we're out in the garden preparing the in-ground citrus trees. I got 5 citrus trees. One of them I'm not concerned about. It's taken colder temperatures than this before. That's the Jiu-Jitsu or the lemonade tree. So I'm not worried about it. But the other 4, they do suffer damage if I don't protect them. So would they make it at 20 or 18? Maybe. Because we get down to 12, they're not. You're going to have to protect them or it's going to kill a tree. But this is kind of a, nuclear option. You're saying, okay, I don't think the tree's going to make it if I don't protect it. And what we're trying to do is protect the graft. So let me show you what I'm talking about out here. Okay, here's where I went out yesterday or day before yesterday and mowed so I could get something to cover the base of the trees. So I mowed back and forth several times. Now this tree here, it's not good. It hasn't completely bloomed out. It's going to lose these blooms probably. Anything below 26 degrees usually knocks out all the blooms. So, but we do see, if you look here on this tree limb here, you still got some of these buds, and those buds might survive. It's bad when they start putting out leaves, but this thing makes an enormous, this is a Gulf Beauty. Makes an enormous amount of blooms. It bloomed out kind of like this in the fall of last year and still put out good blooms. So it's got some blooms in reserve. We just have to see. There's nothing I can really do for it. And I don't think it's going to kill the tree, and you never know. Every freeze is different. This tree here is the lemonade tree. I might try to cover it up somewhat, at least up to that first branches, just in case something really tragic, really bad happens, that I can still save that graft and it can grow back into this tree. But it's a bigger tree. I did put this up. I don't know how much good that does, but I put this up a couple of years ago. I need to fix it. That does keep the north wind off the trunk. That does help on windy weather because chill factors do factor into winter damage. The more winds you have, the faster it cools the wood down, and if the wood freezes, then that's what splits it and kills the tree. Now, what I've done here is I got this landscape fabric, and we're going to make it useful because it doesn't work very good for controlling weeds, like everybody acts like. And we'll make these wire cages like this with anything. You can use anything. We use the fence wire, and we'll put it around that tree. And then after we do that, we're gonna do it on this one that one there, that one there, and that one there. I've got the wire around this one. This one we went ahead and we've wrapped it with the landscape fabric, and what we'll do, we're going to take, you know, the 5-gallon buckets of those leaves and just pile them down here and pile them up, you know, as high as we can get it up around the trunk. This keeps the wind off of it. It would be nice if I could cover the tops, but as you said, to do that I'd have to, you know, probably cut this off. I don't really want to do that. You know, that one over there we might do that with. The problem we're also going to have is it's going to be a wet one, so it's going to get, wherever you put out, it's going to get wet, it's going to get heavy. You do have to worry about it crushing stuff, but I don't think we're going to have that big of a problem. It doesn't take that long. It's a pain in the rear to do that, but I did save these trees from some of the other freezes when it got down into low teens, and everything I covered up would survive, and the stuff above it, most of it didn't survive. Now that tree there, Mr. Mack, it did survive. Some of the taller limbs did survive, but these smaller trees, I mean, I had them, they died down about that tall. That's how much stuff I had over top of them. So we're gonna try to put more this year. My navel orange I've given up on. It's still got, it just doesn't look good. It's on its own. So it's probably not gonna survive, but the graft will survive. I mean, the rootstock will survive, so I might try to learn how to graft on a tree and graft, you know, one of these other varieties to it. But anyway, that's what we're going to do. My advice is get everything done today. It's not going to hurt these trees to be, you know, covered up like that for a while. At least try to cover up your graft at least a foot or two above the graft on your citrus trees, just in case. Now, if you got a flat layer, they say you're not supposed to put mulch in it, because mulch keeps the heat from coming up, and that's going to, you know, reduce the chances of, you know, the top surviving. But if the whole tree's going to die, you got to do something. So my advice, as cold as it's going to get, go nuclear with it. Go ahead and build your little, we always call it the volcanoes that we put on trees. That's actually a good idea for this. Normally that's a bad idea. You want to donate the mulch around it, but right now, if you can just pile up that mulch or whatever you got up around that tree as high as you can go, it really does help the tree. It will help it survive everything that's under the mulch, not the stuff that's above it. But like I say, when you're dropping it down to the teens, you're trying to save that graft. And if the above it survives, great. But if you lose the graft, then you really lost the tree. So anyway, that's what we're going to be doing today. And any other advice you can put down in the comments, or any questions, I'll answer your comments. Thanks for watching, and here we go again, another freeze.